situated here. Let me make sure that we are live on YouTube. And from the looks of it, I think we are. All right, cool. It looks like, I am just getting all the chat stuff set up. So, yeah, see how this goes real quick. All right, cool. YouNow, I can actually see it. All right, cool. So I was just working on getting the chat set up for the YouTube stream. Hey, CK, man, you're just up all the time. It's crazy. Hey. Yeah, so I found out what the problem was with my live stream last night going over to YouTube. Essentially, when you log into YouNow, if you use one of the other authentication methods, it will create a new account. I'm doing good, CK. Hey, do you want to try that? Do you want to try to do a guest for a little bit again, or how's your internet connection doing there? All right, let me see what's going on in the tech world today. Friday. It's not good. Okay, I'm sorry about that, dude. Hey, I did watch a few of your videos. I commented on, I think, one, maybe two of them. Good work there, bud. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. Man. Talk about a hustler. You're doing good. Let's see. And I haven't got the Slack channel up and running yet. I am working on that though, and I'll send you an invite as soon as that comes to be. But fun times to be had. Yeah, and so also, CK, if you look at going live on YouNow, it does work to set up the stream to where it will also stream live over on YouTube. Hey, finally, it's the same day. Oh, man. Let's see. MIT C-Cell Research offers full automated way to peer inside neural nets. That's flipping cool. Oh wow. Taking a look at, just for additional tech topics, unless you have something to go over as well, taking a look at today's tech news and seeing if we can have a good discussion about what's going on. It looks like Facebook is rolling out its Find Wi-Fi feature worldwide. What do you think about that, CK? Do you think that's a good or bad idea? And have they implemented it yet in India? Okay, well, do you mean let's talk here? Or, so what am I up to? Essentially, I'm up to working on my studio again. So you know, CK, this is at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time is when I traditionally do my daily broadcast, or at least that's the target. And like I was saying last night, it was a little bit of an anomaly to be doing that late because I haven't started doing the second broadcast on a daily basis. I was doing some client emails earlier, helping some people with some of their systems. Hey, YouNow Anonymous, welcome yet again. I appreciate you coming by. Oh, looks like you disappeared again. Yeah, so what are you up to, man? Are you doing, how was work today and all that neat jazz? There's EK. Yeah, that new, the Find Wi-Fi feature that Facebook has kind of interesting. I have not used it yet. I mean, I'm sure if you're located within a metro area, it will work well, but for us that are in the smaller towns, it's not really going to be that good. Try again. Okay. I was getting an alert over on the web pages I was taking a look at. Let's see what else. Cabin secures $3.3 million for its moving hotel. That's an interesting idea. Twitter inks Livestream deal for Wilmington Comic-Con coverage and more. Right on. Andy Rubin's Playground Adventures is raising another $15 million. That must be nice. Let's see. Germany passes a law allowing fines of up to $57 million for social media companies if they do not delete illegal, racist, or slanderous content within 24 hours. That's $57 million. That is going to be a bit interesting to have as a fine for people that do post that. I mean, I understand the reason, but now if we're going to have the companies that provide the social media platforms turn into being censorship areas, because who's going to determine what is illegal, racist, or slanderous? And so the curiosity, I guess, is, is there going to be a czar appointed over that, or what is their thought process in Germany over that? Let's see, okay, yeah, already talked about it. The Facebook begins a global rollout of Find Wi-Fi. Let's see, Nokia nabs Samsung North American CEO to lead its consumer-focused technology division. That's very interesting. It's amazing that Microsoft didn't want to try to keep the Nokia CEO and allowed for it to be, or for him to be hired over there. Dubai police plan to deploy self-driving miniature vehicles that will use biometrics to scan crowds and identify criminals and suspects. That's a bit of an invasion of privacy right there. So now there's an idea of having these drone vehicles going around scanning for potential people. So let's see. And this article comes from Gulf News. And it looks like its author is Ali Al-Shauk. Has written this. Dubai, okay, so months after Dubai unveiled the first flying taxis in the world, Dubai police on Tuesday unveiled another believe the world's first autonomous self-driving miniature police cars that are expected to hit the streets by year end. And so essentially it's going to be promoted as a patrol vehicle. Let's see. Tracking suspects. It can recognize, and this is a quote from the article that is on Gulf News. It's also linked via TechMeme, TechMeme. And the quote says, it can recognize people in any area and identify suspicious objects and can track suspects. I mean, I'm not done with the quote, but just to put a comment for the suspicious objects, I fully understand that. But to track suspects, it seems like that has an opportunity to be abused. It has a drone and user police officer needs to access the car through fingerprint. Okay, so the car has a drone as well. It will be deployed at tourist destinations in Dubai. And that was according to Brigadier Al-Razouki. And it goes on to say that police will send a team headed by Lieutenant Salim Sakhar Al-Mari to the company to participate and supervise the final stages of building the car. I mean, and for those of you that are just looking at this, I'm talking about an article in the Gulf News organization. It's gulfnews.com. It's talking about Dubai police to deploy robotic patrols. I don't know how, either in the comments or over here, tell me what your thoughts are on that. Hey, Leroy, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. It's actually working on YouTube as well. Let's see. Hey, Luke, how are you doing this wonderful, fine morning? Well, and I guess it's good afternoon to both you guys. Luke, thank you for tuning in on your day off. I was just going over some articles that were that are in the active news currently, and I was talking about the Dubai police plan to deploy a self-driving miniature vehicle with biometrics to scan crowds and identify criminals and suspects. Unless you guys want to throw out another topic, I'll just continue on kind of going over some additional tech stuff that's going on out there. Let's see. Facebook says its solar-powered Aquila drone completed its second test flight successfully. You're kind of fine with that? Okay, so let's jump back to that. So I can see where having a patrol vehicle that's automated going around looking for suspects and suspicious packages, I can understand where that has great value, but my concern outside of the scanning for suspicious packages, does that get into a very gray area for privacy and for civil liberties? Because to have something that's automated actively scanning, it seems like that could have the potential to get abused by different organizations. Yeah, police, it would be good for, but yeah. Yeah, Luke, I do agree with you there. Well, if you don't have anything wrong, you wouldn't be worried. So yeah, I fully agree with that, but let's say, because it is a fully automated system, what would stop a hacker from then exploiting the data that's scanned, including names of the individuals that are scanned? And because it's obviously going to be, using, you know, facial recognition and other things. So it has to scan a database to say if it's in or not. And so that is where my concern lies, is, you know, to what extent are the vulnerabilities going to be within it? Yeah, that's very true with being hacked and changing files. But, okay, so now you have an automated vehicle that's going around and you have hackers essentially piggybacking on it and pulling that data. I mean, my personal opinion, that is going a little far for at least to have that information put out there. My view is there should be some type of alert or something like that letting you know that, hey, this vehicle's in that area. But then that's counterproductive as well. It's going to happen in Dubai. And you can find the article on TechMeme, or the specific article is on gulfnews.com, GULFNEWS.com. Yeah, it's one of those that, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it until I see what, you know, what regulations will be applied to it if it was to ever reach the US. Because then also what ends up happening to, I mean, who's going to oversee that program and make sure safeguards are put in place? And I'm not talking about even just safe, or, you know, as far as in regards to it scanning and that, but who's going to be overseeing the security side of it as far as system vulnerabilities and the such? I mean, what type of encryption is it going to end up using? And is it something that now with quantum computing coming into light, is it going to be something that can be easily hacked? And so that's, I guess I get a little bit more paranoid with that because of the understanding of how software and stuff works. It can become a big issue quickly. And then you have other organizations that copy that technology, or for corporate organizations that then use that same technology in a malicious way. Let's see. By the way, yeah, Luke, I agree with that statement. Now, by the way, Luke, how are you doing this morning? And that goes for the rest of you guys. Leroy, YouNow, and CK. How is everything going? Actually, CK, I think you already told me. Oh, and Luke, I don't think you were in here when I was explaining it, but I did figure out why YouNow is not live streaming over to my YouTube channel. So their authentication setup is, I had accidentally chose Facebook to authenticate in, and so it actually created a completely different account. And so when I was using one app, it was using one login, and when I was using the desktop app, it was using a completely different login. And so now I have it where I removed the other account, and now I'm all good. Right on, Leroy. Let's see. Anybody have any big plans for the weekend? I don't know if, well, I know, Luke, you're probably going to end up working that, but, you know, hopefully you get holiday pay. But, yeah, I'm not sure yet if I will be live streaming on the 4th or not. And so I'll have to keep you guys updated on that. Yeah, because do don't you get like double time and a half or something like that for that? Which, you know, it's really none of my business for asking, but I thought in the medical field, when it comes to holiday pay, you guys, they make it worthwhile to be on. Yeah. Hey, just in time to save up for Christmas. Because let's see, days too. There are only 178 days until Christmas here in the US. So I think there's 177 shopping days, so you have time, right? Hopefully you can get a couple more holidays in there. Also, for those in the US, I'm wearing this flag today because I actually didn't realize it until after I got into town today, but it's Red Friday. And it stands for remembering everybody deployed. Hold on one second. All right. Yeah. Hey, Ryan, welcome. Oh, man. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I actually did not know about Red Friday until this Friday, and evidently it's been going on for a while. And but you're technically supposed to wear a red shirt, and just in remembrance. No, this was a totally different person. It was actually more of a friend that was walking in. And so that's why they continue walking in. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, right on. So I guess if you're working that holiday, that means I'll get a few more bars from you. Do you have to expose yourself? Oh, geez. You guys are awesome. Let's see what else is some crazy tech news for this wonderful Friday. And also, I won't be doing on weekends. I will not be doing the 10 a.m. Pacific time live stream, at least for right now. I want to try to make sure to do a little bit more planning on the content for the following week. And I also want to have time to work on some higher quality YouTube videos as well. Nah, if they're scared away because of you two, then yeah, they might be a little too snowflake-ish. Yeah, I went there. And hopefully you guys don't get mad for that one. So, the reason I had two different accounts is because, you know, when you first log into YouNow, you have three different options, or actually four, to sign in. I had signed in with my Facebook account thinking that it was the same information. And so when I did that, it created a new account, didn't give me any warning. It does it all automated. And so I didn't know until after I started streaming. And it wasn't until this morning when I was trying to invite some people to a broadcast, and it said, you only have 5 fans. I'm like, I know I have more than that. And so I did a little bit more investigating and found out that if I sign in with my Google authentication method, it actually ties it to the right Warren Jacob account. And unfortunately, those bars I bought yesterday are associated with that other account, and I did go ahead and terminate it. The YouTube channel name is actually Selkirk Labs, but I don't have a custom name yet because I haven't reached 100 subscribers. So if you want to check it out, reach out to me on Twitter or go to my profile. And actually, that's right. You can actually click on my profile on here, and it has the little YouTube icon. You can click on that and hit subscribe. And so that way you can at least get on and follow that. Hey, Dion, how you doing? What is it, Dion or Dion? What's up? So, um, yeah. What were we watching? Oh, I watched a little bit of Fox this morning, and another person. It's Dion. Okay, cool. So, apologize for messing that up initially. So, welcome, and I appreciate you jumping in. And oh, hashtag support squad. All right, I'm actually checking out your profile there, Dion, and yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, well, I think it's because it's how it's spelled and everything. It's a non-common, or it's not very common to see it, and so people just kind of go after that. TikTok is awesome. Lots of people have questions. Yes, it's always good. And I think CK, he's the one that became a new fan last night, and we're going to do some collab. And I believe Desert Lake is also interested in more of that. I work in the tech industry, not. And so, yeah, I've been in, to give you a little bit more of an idea about it, I've been in IT for about 14 years. I've worked on various projects, anything from stuff with small business to all the way up to enterprise level. And so the idea with Tech Talk is if you do have tech-related questions that are that you want to get an answer to, that you want to be able to apply technology to entrepreneurship or to become more successful as a individual entrepreneur, or just want to be able to actually use the technology you purchase, try to give you as much help as possible and connect you with the right resources. That's my broadcast. Typically, the three areas that I like to cover is obviously technology and tech gadgets. The second area is digital marketing, so how to get the most out of social media as it pertains to entrepreneurship and engagement. And then the other stuff is anywhere from random to amateur videography for wildlife and the such. And on the videography side, I'm still learning quite a bit, but with a technical background, it makes it where at least when going through the details, I'm able to talk about specs and stuff. Oh, nice. Studying chemistry. That has to be, you probably have a lot of data you digest on a daily basis there, Dion. Yes, Luke, I have been itching for a guest. And Ryan, thank you for the reinforcement of being a computer expert. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all you tuning in this morning. Yeah, typically I try to keep my broadcast to about an hour long. And so at least that keeps us a little bit on topic. But if you do have random things to throw in there, I'll give you my honest opinion and you can take it from there. Speaking of that, well, is there any particular topic that you guys want to talk a little bit more? And now I'm finally done for the school here. Oh, wow. Well, congratulations, Dion, on your on the new internship for next year. And what year are you in your college career? Also, Ryan, yeah, how have you been doing overall? I mean, I haven't caught you in a couple of days. I saw a couple of invites that you had for different broadcasts as well. So I'll throw that question out to you. And for those of you that are over on YouTube watching this live, you can either jump on the live chat directly there, or you can follow the link over to YouNow and watch it and chat directly on that platform. Cool. Glad you're doing good. Do you have any big plans for the 4th? Yeah, it sounded like Fox at least is feeling better than he has for the last couple of days. And if you don't mind, so Dion knows, if she doesn't already, throw out what Fox's actual name is and give it a little bit better description. So that way, if they want to check it out, they can. Or excuse me, if she wants to check it out, she can. Nothing going on? Are you going to buy fireworks this year? Or any of you guys? I know for me, I think I finally got to the point where don't really want to spend money on that. I'd rather watch everybody else. Well, I do, I am a little bit of a redneck at times, so that explains why I like the fireworks. But yeah, welcome back, Luke. Glad to have you. Your journey far, far away, and you came back here. Uh-oh. Doggone it. You captured the redneck comment, didn't you? I got to be careful around you, Luke. You're going to take all my... next thing you're going to be is... yeah, all right. Hey, Sammy, welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. We talk about technology and related topics, in addition to digital marketing, on entrepreneurship, and random stuff. Oh, I didn't know you guys were actually... Oh, wait. No, Ryan, aren't you in Florida? I've been trying to figure out who I know that's actually in Florida. You just stalk him. Dear. Okay, so I thought I had it right. Yeah, it freaked me out the other day. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. Somebody else has Ryan 2017, but they have the underscore at the end. And so I was like, okay. I tried to ask if they were in Florida, and they were like, no. I think they were in Michigan. And so I was like, okay, now I feel like an idiot. Don't clip that, Luke. Oh, man. Jeez. I know that's going to probably happen anyways, because you're awesome. You obviously hook up a lot. Yeah, because one's in Boston, one's in Florida. Good. I'll call that a victory on my end that the moment button failed on that one. You got me on redneck though, and you got me on the beard comment. Yep, Washington State. I actually would love to visit Boston at some point in time. Oh man, let me guess, Leroy. It's a Comcast modem. Or is it a Time Warner modem or Verizon that you're dealing with? Well, if you do go to Portland or Seattle this summer, or later towards the end of this summer, keep me in mind, because sometimes I go from where I am, north of Spokane. And I do make it over because a lot of my family's over in the Olympia area. And so I can see if I can't possibly coincide one of my trips and do a quick meetup. Well, at least hopefully if Ryan was to kidnap me, then at least he'd be a good kidnapper and keep me fed. Not that I need it or anything, but yeah. AT&T. Oh man, how old is your modem, or how long have you been an AT&T subscriber there, Leroy? And if you're renting on a monthly basis, I'd go ahead and call them and ask them to replace it. Oh, right on. Yeah, I haven't spent too much time in Vancouver. Either Vancouver, that is. I know that Cannon Beach is a really nice place, but that's down in Oregon. If you have time to check it out, it's kind of an iconic thing because of there's a large rock out there that everybody takes pictures in front of, and it's actually a cool place. But let's see. I'm going to do a quick browse through any other major tech topics just in case there's something. Whoa. There is a $400 million venture capital investment in Upfront. That's crazy. It's a beautiful beach. If women are single, they'll be there. Otherwise, there'll be a bunch of couples. I have a somewhat good memory there, but it's a cool little town to just chill out and relax, or do day trips and to sit on the beach there. I guess it would be one of the warmer. Well, no, I'm lying there. Look up Cannon Beach online, and we'll tell you a lot more info from it. I've only visited it, I think, twice in my life. Oh, so Ryan, you are officially on Twitter. Hey, yeah, I do need followers. But what I need is subscribers on YouTube so I can finally get a custom name. Because it's actually quite frustrating that they keep moving the mark. I think it originally was 50, now it's up to 100. My guess is their next is going to be 500 or 1,000, but they don't let you get your own custom YouTube channel name. Instead, you have something that if you try to tell anybody what it is, they'll look at you crazy. No, I want to do the legit route, so it's going to take me forever. But yeah, you know what's really sad is people do create fake accounts to get their counts up on it. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. That actually means a lot. I'm trying my hardest to build that up. So thank you, Ryan, for becoming a subscriber on YouTube. Yeah, but okay, so the problem with buying fake followers is they end up, a lot of them don't even speak English, not even as a second or third language. And then you end up get your spam comments go through the roof because then they're promoting and trying to clickbait you over into other areas. So, great idea, but I've played around with that with other channels and stuff, and yeah, I'm looking to be legit. But thank you for the recommendation. The thought is what counts on that one. LMFAO. You know, Luke, have you seen that meme that they have out there where it's actually a stick figure and his ass is falling off? It's hilarious. I think Snorg Tees, I think, actually even has that shirt you can get. I've thought about getting that one a couple of times. Let's see. After canceling Sense8, Netflix is giving the show a 2-hour finale. Let's see. Free choice must be free. All right. Dumb? It's not dumb. Let's see. Blue Apron. Whiffs on first day of trading. Storage company Omni now lets users share their belongings with friends. That's kind of interesting. Why not? They needed an app to share things. I actually don't think I have ever used Blue Apron. What? Oh, it's one of those, yeah, especially with your schedule, Luke. I can understand where that can be freaking awesome. Just have the ingredients and go. Wow. Farm fresh, seasonal produce, meat with no added hormones, sustainability, sourced seafood, and everything else you need. Yeah, Blue Apron is basically one of those services that are a subscription service, but they send you all the ingredients for a meal, and all you need to do is prepare them. So they take all the shopping, I guess, out of it, and you have good, healthy meals to eat. Holy cow, 75% off. They're really trying to inflate those numbers for their first quarter on public trading, I guess. Yeah, because, and Ryan, it's blueapron.com. But before you go there and sign up, connect with Luke, because I'm guessing Luke probably has a referral coupon that will get you guys both something out of it. And so, yes, you would have to cook something. If Ryan, I think we have a lot in common in that area. I need to eat more healthy, but when it comes to cooking and dishes, it's one area I can't get over the hurdle of being a bit lazy. But yeah, each serves 2. Yeah, so yeah, I've used a couple other services. I'm trying to remember their names, but I did the ones where it's actually pre-packaged and all you need to do is reheat it, and it's, you know, it's never frozen type food, but it's supposed to be good. The OnePlus 5. Everybody's interested in the OnePlus 5. So show up. Okay. I'm totally mixing up your name there, Khan. If you don't mind, give me a way to pronounce it correctly so I don't embarrass myself too much there. As far as the OnePlus One, somebody was asking me about it last night. I have not really dove into the specs for it yet, but I highly recommend going to YouTube and looking up MKHD. He recently did a phenomenal review on the OnePlus 5. And so, again, I'm going to put in the chat, it's MKHD, and look him up on YouTube. And I think when I was looking last night, it was his latest video was on the OnePlus 5. Do they sell? Okay. MKHD. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I forgot the B in there. But yeah, Marcus Brownlee. The 1.5 is a Android phone that's out that has some really nice cameras and stuff on it. And some other features that look to be really awesome. But again, I have, just being straightforward, I haven't really dove into the exact specs for it quite yet. yeah, I'm hoping, and one of the hopes, regardless of revenue or anything like that, is on the long term. I hope to be able to get to where I can afford to get hands-on devices, and actually do my own true reviews of them. But it will take a while. Yeah, I went with the black iPhone 7 Plus, and I love the cameras and the functionality of it. But like I said before, I've been using Mac-based products ever since they converted over to essentially having a BSD core in it, which is a Unix-like system core. So you can drop down to a terminal, and then you can do all your integration stuff with other open platforms, and it's actually pretty cool. Oh, cool. How are you liking iOS 11? I've seen a couple reviews where there's a few bugs in it, but how long have you had it on your phone, or did you just put it on? Because I think it just got released earlier this week for beta. Cool. I need to jump on the beta program and start reviewing it. Yeah. Yeah, well, Luke, he just likes things that work. So, hey, Con, did I answer your question earlier? I apologize. I kind of started to drift off there. Hopefully, MKBHD is a better resource for you. Again, I apologize for not having the info out at my fingertips for that. All right, Ryan, there's a little bit of a bromance going on between Luke and Ryan. Well, the thought was there was going to be at least one new version, but I think I know where you're kind of leading into that. It doesn't look like a new iPhone is going to be released this year, or at least not for obviously the first part of the year, maybe closer to the holidays, but you can check out Mac Rumors, and they give a little bit more insight. Just one big screen one. Yeah, you can use the iPad Pro for that. Yeah. Also, Luke, you've been watching my streams. How is the streaming quality on this one? Is it somewhat decent this time? Is that okay? So, has that been the official release, or is that what they're still estimating? So as release date, because yeah, okay. So I was under the impression that was still a rumor. We fully expect, yeah, because it's per user actual in-store release date and delivery date to be on Friday. I haven't seen yet, and if you, yeah, okay, it's a rumor. Well, and it was rumored that it was supposed to be, one of the releases when they had their development conference this year too, and so that's why I'm still I'm hesitant to, jump on that train officially yet, just because I don't want to get my hopes up again. Yeah. I use T-Mobile as my service provider for cell. And I actually, when they had the Jump program offer, I got up that, so I can get up to 3 phones a year at no additional cost. Hey, Fabio, welcome. Yeah, Verizon, I have a love-hate relationship with Verizon. Um, it just seems when you get Apple Care Plus for free, and that's kind of sweet. I do like the leak of the iPhone 8, but again, if it's on the rumor mill, I mean, there's a lot of potential there, especially if they do get to where they have um, the thumbprint scanner built into the screen and it goes the full size. Right, so you picked 12. Oh dear. Ryan and Luke have way too much fun there. Yeah, Fabio, I haven't seen you in a little bit, but it looks like you jumped out again. Holy cow. All right, guys. Is there any other topic that you guys want to go over for today on this wonderful Red Friday? And again, the Red Friday is remember everyone deployed today. As a veteran, I also have a huge respect for all current and past veterans that have written the blank check to our country and to serve. Hey, well, that's what I try to usually do, but I found out that if I wait until let's say right at 60 minutes, that if I say I'm going to wind down there, I usually have another, 15 minutes of making sure to answer the questions that happen at that moment. So I'm also trying to be really respectful of your guys' time, because obviously you're taking the time to watch me and you're also supporting other creators out there. And so, yeah, as much as I would like to monopolize your guys' time, I want to be respectful. What's my job, Noah? Well, I am an IT consultant and digital marketing person that runs my own freelance business. What about your job, Noah? Well, let's see. Luke, you work all the time. Ryan, I think you're probably a person that enjoys surfing. I don't know. You're working right now. What do you do, if you don't mind me asking, Ryan? I'm actually seriously curious. An IT consultant, what essentially an IT consultant does is help small businesses with networking issues, making sure they get properly set up with now cloud resources, and basically maintain and support small business networks. And IT is a information technology consultant. All right, Ryan, way to go. Well, at least hopefully you have fun a little bit. Well, no, see, knowing Ryan is a good thing. So, if you're ever in Florida and end up getting into some trouble, at least you know somebody. Oh, yeah. And so getting back to you, Noah, so you're a computer science student. I want to get a job as a software developer once I graduate. Start developing software now if you aren't already, and pick which language you're going to specialize in. I have the iPhone 7 Plus is my phone of choice. I'm sure that's true, Luke. Hey, no problem. Now, also Noah, I did not go through the college route. I ended up going the military route for my official tech training. And so that that gave me a broader base to be able to go essentially to where I didn't pick one specialty. I ended up becoming knowledgeable in a wide area of different platforms. But going to college and getting very specific into a programming language make sure you're also networking with your fellow students as well, because those guys and gals are going to be the ones that you're going to network with when you're out there wanting to get a job somewhere as well. And then start programming the instant you start learning even the basics, and use Udemy to augment what you're learning in school. And that way you can keep up on different development technologies that are out there. I have used Android. I actually have a secondary phone. It's not with me. That is Android. I do try to, even though for my personal usage, I use Apple products, I try to make sure that I'm keeping up on the different platforms that are out there. So for phones, I go between Android and iOS. For desktop laptops, I try to make sure to go and check out current free BSD versions, current Linux versions, the different Microsoft Server versions, as well as desktop versions of operating systems, to make sure I'm familiar with what has changed and where those platforms are going in the long run. Yeah, I text myself when I feel lonely. And you're going to clip that. Hopefully your button stops working. Yeah, but I have a secondary phone that I can just pop my SIM out of my phone into the other ones. The Samsung Galaxy S8. I am gun shy with the Samsung products right now. From the specs, Samsung Galaxy S8 looks amazing, but again, they thought they had fixed the battery issues before, and so as far as trusting their brand, I want to wait and see what happens, and especially after the phones are, out for at least 6 months, and see what they were able to work out with it. Thank you for capturing the moment, Luke. I believe I know which one it is. So, Khan, you never did get back to me on what is a proper way to say the first part of your name. Hey, that's all right. You're still okay, even though your typing sucks, and it's not just today, it's all the time. See, I can dish it back. Yeah, I think, I hope they do. So get paid more in the US than the UK. BLS I have in the US, they make. Yeah, and that really depends on where you'll physically be located as well, because the median income for software developers, I believe that statistic, Noah, that you put out has a lot to do with what software developers make in like the Bay Area and such, where throughout the rest of the US, it's more for the entry-level type developers, it's more in that 50,000 range. If you look at the median income at 102,000, that's probably taken into account in that, like in the Bay Area, interns, mind you, can make $75,000 a year plus. But of course there, you're going to buy a 900 square foot home for, $3 to $4 million if you're trying to stay downtown San Francisco. Shoaib or Shoaib. If it's okay, I'll okay. Do you mind that I call you Khan? Because that will be a little bit easier for me. Yeah. So what I would do, Noah, if I were you to Star Trek fan, woohoo! The Wrath of Khan. I'm sure you get that all the time. I apologize, dude. Yeah, no. If I were you, I would look at places like go 100 miles out of like a major metro area. So like, let's take example, go 100 miles out and look at the cities that are located within that radius, and look at what the typical job or what the typical pay is, and that will give you more of a realistic number to go with. Now, if you have 5 years plus of experience, depending on which platform it is, now you're getting more up to that 70, 80, all the way up to 100,000 a year. But in my experience, unless you're willing to move where obviously cost of living is double what it would be in a 100-mile radius, it's not going to be a typical thing to land a 100,000 a year job there. Hey, welcome back, Luke. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Let's see. I keep crashing out. Are you using beta software again? Nah. See. That for some reason that Kevin Hart, what's that skit he does? No, he wasn't ready thing. That skit popped in my head when you said it was crashing out. Nope, your phone. Well, okay, so you're using iOS 11, and judging from the past experience with YouNow, I'm sure they have some code bugs that were probably not addressed in iOS 10, and so you're having to deal with that. Luke, oh man, you're terrible. I love every moment of it. That being said, unless there's a additional topic, I'm thinking about going ahead and winding down for the day, as far as on the live broadcast, and enjoying the rest of the... Hey, Captive Concepts, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. People need to see you when they visit your wall here. They need... Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. All right. Took me a second. Man, I need to keep on drinking coffee instead of this water. But, yeah. If there's no other topics, I'm going to go ahead and wind down the broadcast for today and wish all of you a very happy Friday. And if your holiday week or weekend is starting later on today, enjoy it, be safe, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and being a fan, and see y'all later. Thank you again.